The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida State Seminoles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Canes will kick off first, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Off-play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turns it on down the left side. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Canes.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for the edge. It's Fletcher. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Mensah to throw. With the catch, it's Lofton. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wants to throw it again. Escapes the pressure to his right. A strike downfield. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Makes the grab in their space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Using his feet.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. This is a designed run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Hurricanes! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He'll take it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Snags it, and he's open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. There's some room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jacobs. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. Can't get him to the ground. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Plucks it out of the air. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. Throwing, Mensah. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. It's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
And the Canes are flying down the field. On the run, it's Fletcher. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They want to run this quarterback. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Takes a hit as he fires. Working the middle. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And you seeing more of this in college football, man. Bringing on more and more tight ends, guys that are versatile pieces. And you see it right there, right? You can still throw the football. And now you got to match up with those guys and their big bodies. Nice throw down the field, nice catch. Nice job of using multiple tight end packages for this offense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On his way back from the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Mensah. Bringing the heat. He gets away. Still on his feet at the 45. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Updates.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the Baylor Bears.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, man. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the right. All by himself. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. Makes the grab. It's Lofton. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And they're able to make the tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Trying to move them on the counter. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. Right back to it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
That's a big key. Offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Hurricanes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, it's Fletcher. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Their speed and swag, they got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in the lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead.
Looking for a big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Snap of this drive comes from the 32. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
They'll give it to him again. Might have a chance. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Nickel. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Here's the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in there.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, looking to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Motion from the wideout. Now on the move. Touchdown Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Finds his man. It's Lopez. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Here's a heat. A spectacular one-hand grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Noles are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Now, a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Finds a man on the right. Touchdown, Seminoles! And they add 6 more trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Send the tight end in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. And they're able to get him down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Dome. Off the RPO, complete. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
First down here for the offense. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.